So today, ready to go? Okay, so today we are going to work on learning something new about kings and queens. Okay, what we are looking to do today is to be able to identify the characters, the setting, and the plot of The Princess and the Pea. That's the story we're going to learn today. Okay, we're going to be able to draw a picture and be able to write and illustrate. Okay, before we get started with that, I would like you to tell me some of the things that we have done already about kings and queens. How do we know if somebody is a king? Miracle. They have a crown on their head. Excellent. Now, I want you to build on that.
And they have fancy clothes.
They have fancy clothes.
They have a king chair.
They have a queen chair, which is called a what?
Throne.
Throne. And that brings back our sound. Good. Nice job, my daddy. What else do they have? Okay, the crown.
A scepter.
A scepter. Awesome. Okay, they have a scepter, and they also have a what? A king chair, the throne. Excellent. An orb. Outstanding. Good job, guys. Now, how do kings and queens live? Who can answer that one for me? How do they live? Do they do everything on their own?
No.
No. Who does it?
It's the maid.
The who?
The maid.
Not the maid.
The prince.
What are all the people that work together? We had this as a vocabulary word yesterday. Miles?
The servant.
The servants. Good. You finally got it. Good job, Madede. Okay, servants. Excellent. Right? So we had servants. Now, yesterday's story, remember we had looked at our map. Okay? And in our map yesterday, we had talked about this area here. Now, we live here, and we are talking about that area there, right? That area was called what? Where were we yesterday? The queen of who? We talked about the queens. What countries were we in yesterday? What country were we in yesterday? Where were we yesterday? Remember, it had three names. Huh?
I know.
No, that's where we live. But what were we talking about yesterday? Yep, you got to keep going.
The United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. Ding, ding. That's one. Good job, Miles. What's another name for it?
Great Britain.
Great Britain. You got the third name? Starts with an E. You got it. It's right there. Who can help me?
England.
Bingo, man, they got it. It was right there on the top. Good job. Okay, so yesterday we were talking about England. Today, as we go into our story, right, we're going to talk about a different country. The country where we're going to talk about today, in today's story, okay, our map is going to change a little bit. And so now, we are going, remember, we're here in the United States. Okay, and we are going to go across the ocean, here's England, and we're going to go up here to the northern part of Europe into a country called Denmark. Can you say Denmark with me 3 times? Denmark, Denmark, Denmark. Where are we going to be? Denmark. Awesome. Before we get going with that though, okay, I want to introduce some vocabulary words that we're going to hear today, because these were some words when I was looking, I said, we might not know what these are. So what I want you to do is look up here, and I'm going to show you some words. You ready, Neymar? Okay. Our first word that we might not know that we're going to hear in our story today is a word called delicate. Say delicate.
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 Okay. And what does delicate? Does anybody know what delicate is? Jamie? Can anybody look at the pictures and tell me maybe what the delicate is? Yes, Miles?
The flower?
Okay, so we're holding something. Yes, Christiana?
A flower?
Okay, the flower is the object, right? So to be delicate is to hold it really soft. Okay, so a delicate, a baby, maybe something that's expensive, like maybe like a jewelry box, right? We have to hold it very, do we want to be rough with it?
No.
No, we want to hold it very delicately. An egg, we don't want to be rough with an egg, right? Because we don't want it to go splat. So we want to be delicate with it. All right, here's our next word. This is another word that I thought maybe we might know, maybe we didn't know. This word is called graceful. Graceful, okay? And the graceful, what do you think being graceful is? Medede? Being nice, that's a good start. Okay, let's keep going with it. What else, Miles? What is it to be graceful? What is it to be graceful? Move with what?
Your feet.
My feet, but am I moving like rough? Or am I moving with ease? Okay? So having grace is to move nice and smooth and be graceful. When Kenya was dancing yesterday, her dancing was nice and graceful. Mine was rough, but hers was graceful, right? Okay? So we look at this ballerina, and she looks very graceful in her movements, right? She has that nice pose, and she's ready to go. Another word that I saw that I thought we might go is the word howl. Okay? And howl, we most often think of like a wolf. And all the word howl means is the howl means that it makes a sound, like a high-pitched sound. Right? Howl with me one time. All right. So we're gonna hear that. Howl with me again. Ready? All right. Awesome. Okay, Christiana. It's like a yelling, but it's a really high pitched yelling. Okay? And so we're gonna hear something that yells today. I want you to listen for these things. When you hear those things later on, I want you to be able to raise your hand. All right. Okay, excellent. So now we talked a little bit already. Now, Neymar, what I want you to do is I want you to hold these right here. Okay? And when you hear that word, I want you to be able to look at the picture. Okay? All right. So we talked a little bit already about that we're going to talk about Denmark today. Okay? So Denmark is a different country, and it is located up here at the top of Europe. Okay? So it's going to be up here at the top of Europe. Now, we are also going to talk about a thing called peas. Okay? You guys know what peas are? What is peas? What are peas? The peas are a vegetable that come off a plant. Now, I want you to hold the pea. Do we eat these?
No.
No. Can you smell it? Yes. Can you touch it? Yes. Can you break it apart? No, not yet. But I want everybody to, I don't know if you have ever had the opportunity to touch a pea before, but I want you to, I'm sorry, I'm talking, okay? I want you to be able to have the opportunity to touch this, because this is going to be a very big part of our story today. This is going to be a big part of our story today. All right, everybody have one? Yeah. Okay, so I want you to touch it. Is it real hard? Is it real hard? Is it hard like a rock?
No.
No. Okay, now I want you to take it and I want you to just do this with it. Into your hand. No, take it in this hand. Take it in your right hand, right? And go in your other hand and put it down. Okay? Like this. Like this. Like this. Okay? Does it hurt?
No.
No. Okay, so now let's do this. Okay, real quick, I want you to take it. I don't want you to do this. I just want you to watch mine. I'm going to snap mine. And look what comes out of it.
A bean.
A bean. And that is the pea.
I love the bean.
And that is a pea.
It smells gross.
Okay, look, we have a bunch of peas. Okay, I will come to you. I will come to you. And we have a bunch of peas. I will come to you. I will come to you. Stay in your spot. Stay in your spot. I will come to you. And we show you the P's. Excellent. Okay?
I didn't see it.
You gotta look.
I couldn't.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Hocus pocus. I said hocus pocus. Let's make sure we're back in our positions. Make sure we're back in our positions. The other big thing that we're going to see today is that we are going to do a story that is hundreds of years old. Okay? So it is over 500 years old. Even older than Mr. Octobro. All right? So in this story, we are going to talk about an author. I'm sorry, eyes on me. Okay? We're going to talk about an author named Hans Christian Andersen. And when he wrote this, he had an illustrator. Somebody raise their hand and tell me, what is an illustrator? My daddy, what is an illustrator? The person that does what? Draw the pictures, right. The illustrator is the person that draws the picture. So Hans Christian Andersen was the author, and the person that does the pictures is called the illustrator. So I wanted you to see some of the original. This is the original cover of the book. This is the original picture of the princess. Okay, and we're going to compare that in a minute. Okay, this is the original picture of her in the bed. In the bed. All right, so we are going to compare that. Right now, what I want you to remember is you got to listen for the characters, you got to listen for where the story takes place, and you also got to listen for what happens in the story, the beginning, middle, and end. Y'all ready? Okay. Let's see how a P plays into this. Okay? I want you real quickly to pass me your P so that we don't have any problems while we're listening. Please. Thank you.